Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Multiple Birth Experience podcast. I am Tola Imad, I'm your host, and this week is going to be different actually. This episode, in fact, will be different. So before I get into it, I want you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment if you wish, if you let us know what you think on today's topic, and just try and share it amongst your family and friends. Let them know the multiple birth experience is about, and get them to also subscribe and follow us. It's just something that they might be interested in. Who knows? But anyway, let me get into it. So this episode, or this video I should say, is pretty much an update from the last video that I did. The last video that I did was talking about a couple in South Africa that gave birth to 10 babies. Well, that was supposed to be a new world record because according to reports, they had the first, is it the first? Anyway, they had decuplets. Decuplets were 10 babies that were born at once. And that was supposed to have held a new world record for the Guinness Book World Records. But recently, a while ago, I found out that it was all a lie. It was all a lie, in my Carly Red voice. It was all a lie. Apparently, it's fake. It was just a hoax. And the paper that ran with the story, the editor, knew the family, so he didn't do any background checks or fact checked it to find out if it was true. He took their word for it and ran with the story, and it made headlines around the world and went viral. So now I think they looked into it and they came to the conclusion, or found out, that it wasn't actually true. She has no baby. She wasn't even pregnant. From the reports I read as well, she had twins already. It doesn't say that she doesn't have twins, but it definitely says that she did not have 10 babies at once. So I'm going to read to you an article from the Guardian online newspaper, online page, just reporting their findings on the story. Let me get into it right now. So an official inquiry into the report that a South African woman, Gyozem Samara Sito, gave birth to 10 babies earlier in June, or in May, I think ending of May, June. And it found out that the claims were false. The claim turned out to be false. So according to a statement by the Gauteng provincial government, no hospitals there have a record of decuplets being born. So there's no record saying that they were born. In I can't even pronounce it. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong, but according to a statement by Gauteng provincial government, no hospitals in Gauteng province have a record of decuplets being born. So there's no record of it. No one knows about it. No one has heard about it. There is no existing, that information or nothing registered under that head, like a woman giving birth to 10 babies. Because they were trying to find who this person is. And the statement added that the medical tests show that Miss Sito had not even been pregnant. She wasn't even pregnant recently, before, after. She was not pregnant. There was no record of her being pregnant before, during, or after. Now, the story of the world's first decuplets, because apparently this is supposed to be, like I said, world record, first 10 babies born at once, the world's fourth decuplets, took over the international media space earlier in June, after Pretoria News reported that Sito, who was 37 years old, who is already a mother of twins, allegedly, gave birth to 7 boys and 3 girls by C-section at a hospital in Pretoria. So a 37-year-old woman apparently gave birth to 10 babies at once. 7 boys and 3 girls via C-section at a hospital in Pretoria. That is what the Pretoria newspaper reported. Now, it goes on to say that the 10 babies' claim was, however, shrouded by a mystery, as the babies nor their mother made any public appearances. Save for the father, Tobogo Testisi, I can't pronounce it properly, who was quoted by the newspaper saying, "It's 7 boys and 3 girls. She was 7 months pregnant. So she was 7 months and 7 days pregnant, and I'm happy and emotional." That was what the partner reported before, like the newspaper. That was the quote, apparently, from the partner, the father of the 10 babies. That was his quote. That was provided by the newspaper that reported the story initially. He also backtracked on his claim, saying that the babies do not exist. And this is according to a statement he released around that time when it was, it came out in June. So this paper was published beginning of June. Not even beginning of June, actually it's the ending of June, 25th of June to be exact. This was published, yeah. So I'm reading from the Guardian Life, and they published this in June, 25th of June, and it was by Michael Bemidel, yeah. So earlier in June, that is what the partner had reported, that he backtracked his story and that there was no babies, it didn't exist. As we read on, he also confirmed that he has not seen the decuplets and relied on the word of his girlfriend, who called him to inform him of their birth. So he has not laid eyes on these babies. He was just told by his girlfriend that they were born. So he took her word for it. And yeah, he took their word for it, of their birth. He said that he made several attempts to visit his girlfriend and the babies, but she failed to disclose her whereabouts and the condition of the babies. So the girlfriend refused to tell him where she was and to update him or even inform him on the condition of the babies, the situation she was in, or anything that pertains to the 10 babies. So that's already a red flag. You're trying to find out information, you're not even around. It just doesn't make any sense. Let me not judge and say, why would you not be around? Because you could be working on those different locations to provide for the family. Who knows? But, according to him, he don't know nothing. He hasn't heard anything. He just taken her word for everything. And now he's even backtracking on his statement. The government officials finally got hold of Sito, and she was admitted to TMBE Hospital on the 18th of June 2021 for a 72-hour psychiatric evaluation. Upon completing their preliminary examination on Monday the 21st of June, her doctors recommended that she be kept at the hospital for a further 7 days. For further observation. And in accordance with the Mental Healthcare Act, the Gauteng provincial government said in its statement that they won't be releasing her. They were obviously concerned about her mental state and her mental ability, because why would you lie about having 10 babies? And you're a mother already with twins. Is it because you're trying to go viral, you're trying to get followers, you want to be famous, things like that? Or are you just, mentally disturbed? So they admitted her into a mental institution under the Mental Health Care Act, and recommended that she be kept in the hospital for 7 days extra. And it's now been established by the medical practitioners that Miss Chitto did not give birth to any babies in recent times. And that was the statement that they gave. That's what they confirmed in their findings. She did not give birth to anything. No babies. She did not give birth. She wasn't pregnant. It wasn't even a phantom pregnancy. It was just nothing. So now she's being held under the Mental Health Act for observation and will be provided with support. Hopefully she gets better. Meanwhile, the government said instructed the state attorney to institute legal action against Pretoria News, the paper that published the story, over a follow-up story that suggested the government was trying to cover up medical negligence by holding Chitto. The allegations are false and unsubstantiated, and only serve to tarnish the good reputation of Steve Biko Academic Hospital and the Gauteng provincial government, which is what the statement said. The government also added that it was deeply concerned by the conduct of the paper, particularly the editor of the Pretoria News, who is Mr. Piet Rampedi, who would also be a part of the lawsuit. Rampedi wrote an apology to his employees declaring sadness and regret over the debunked scoop, admitting his reporting was lax because he was friends with Chitto and trusted her word. He says, and I quote, "I'm sorry for the reputational damage the aftermath of the story has caused for the group, the company, and my colleagues in general," he wrote. This was sent in an email by News 24. To be blunt, the story provided detractors with an opportunity to cast aspirations on the professional integrity of not only myself, but also my colleagues in the group. For that, I'm extremely sorry, he reported. Well, he claims, he says. That was reported by the paper. So he's sorry, he's apologizing for not doing his job, which was investigating the story before publishing it. And that was simply on the basis that he was friends with the family. You know, but as a friend of the family, you would have seen something to prove that she was pregnant. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're that close to the family, you will see something to indicate that she was pregnant. I mean, just taking someone's word for it and looking at the belly, I can understand where he's coming from by just thinking, why would she lie about something like that? But at the same time, you would want to see some kind of proof to put out there to the public. Pictures of a scan or something. Do you know what I'm saying? And in the story as well, you will start to think, that don't really make sense. Like when she tells her story, the story won't match up with the dates and whatnot. She would have made some kind of mistake in her story and you would have clocked on. But sometimes people, publishers, blogs, papers, sometimes they just want to run with any kind of story just to get the information out first. Everyone is on this, I did it first kind of thing. You know, breaking news. We were the first to publish it. Everyone is just eager to do everything first without even doing their backstory checks and stuff like that. And then when it comes out that something didn't turn out to be true or was a lie, there's always a story that comes with it or an excuse. But I guess this one was a bit more I'm not sure what kind of difference. Maybe they have a reputation of having legitimate stories, and this just kind of like killed their reputation. So that's why they're taking it a bit more seriously by taking legal action against the paper and the publisher and the editor and things like that. I'm just assuming, I don't know, but because it's South Africa, they might view a lot of things different out there. So this is what the Guardian is saying. But, you know, it's all a lie. It was all a lie. So everyone, apologies. I was only going by what I read too. I didn't report it in terms of breaking the story. I was just reading what I found out, because we get a lot of stories being sent to us about twins and multiples and things that's going on around the world, because that's what we want to do. We want to share with our community, the multiple birth community, things that's, you know, inspiring, something you can learn from, you know, stories that's out there that you might not really know or even find on a regular basis, or even local, international, anything that pertains to the multiple births, twins, triplets, quadruplets, quintuplets, sextuplets and more. Anything that comes under that umbrella, under those subjects, under those headings, we want to report and share with you guys, you know, and we will continue to report. So if you guys have anything to send to us, if you have any stories, even if you have a story, a personal story of your own that you want to share with us and tell the world, tell our community, inspire somebody, inspire a family, anything, let us know. You can contact me through email at inquiries@themultiplebirthexperience.com. You can contact us through social media on Instagram, the TMBE official, or the TMBE podcast Instagram. We're on Twitter as well, TMBE official _, and we're on Facebook as well, TMBE official. So you can catch us on there. Not even catch us, you can find us on there, I should say. And here in the comments, let us know what you think on this story. Tell us your views. Is it a bad look, or what do you think? Or is it understandable that maybe she's going through something? Do you think she's going through something? Is she, or do you think the government is hiding something? As one of them, you know, what we just read and what was reported, that you're covering something medical on this lady. They're covering up a story, so they want to use legal action. They want to take legal action just to cover their backs, or whatever the case may be. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Let's talk about this. Let's have a discussion. And next time, you'll catch us again back here on another episode of the Multiple Birth Experience podcast. We've got more interviews coming up, so watch this space. And yeah, till next time, till next time. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all our videos that we upload. We will be going live soon, so, you know, stay tuned on that. I would like you guys to be a part of the live, so we can have conversations in real time and have a debate, or whatever the case may be. You know, join us on live. I'll let you know when we'll be on live. And yeah, till next time, guys.